Well, welcome everybody to another week of daily visits with God. We'll give you one today. Tomorrow we'll skip Wednesday, then Thursday and Friday as well. This will be Job chapter 16 and verse 4 today. The passage reads like this: I also could speak as ye do. If your soul were in my soul's stead, I could heap up words against you and shake mine head at you. So I find that phrase where Job says, if your soul were in my soul's stead, I think that's an interesting and intriguing one. Think about it. It's not that Job wished his friends to be in affliction, but the fact is, the plain truth is that most of us, sometime in life, one time or another, we face affliction. Troubles come. I thank the Lord that troubles pass. This too shall pass. I thank the Lord that they pass, but they do come. We all go through times of abounding and abasing, as the Apostle Paul said. And in those times of affliction, Barnes says in his notes that there is no difficulty in finding arguments to overwhelm the afflicted. When you're in a time of affliction, it won't be any trouble for those who want to find words to make your affliction worse. So Job argues this, his statement, if your soul were in my soul's stead, he argues this statement, this point from the position of disadvantage. He's the one under affliction. Now he is speaking out to someone who's accusing him and oppressing him, and they're being the ones that are difficult. And he says, listen, if I were in your shoes, I'd be able to find something to say about you too. And he's arguing from kind of that position of disadvantage, and obviously he'd be able to have more power and influence and force in his words if he were on the other end. But he says, listen, if I were where you are, I would want to strengthen you with my mouth rather than afflict you with my mouth. I'd want to do something to encourage, to strengthen you with my mouth. So years ago, I made a trip with missionary brother Lance Hohenstreet to the United States Disciplinary Barracks at Fort Leavenworth, Kansas, and we did a revival there. And if I were it would be wise for me to consider, what if I were in their soul's stead? When I try to minister to them, try to think about the place that they're in, the difficulty that they're in. If I were in the place they are, how could I be most helped? And to minister to them, what could I do? What would be the most helpful thing that I could do for someone who's afflicted? My afflictions may never be the same as theirs. Some of these guys are facing life sentences. We went to visit on death row, and so situations far beyond what most of us could ever consider. But I can be assured that at some time in my future, I'm going to face some afflictions, and may God help me to do for the afflicted as I would desire that they would do for me in my time of affliction. Well, God bless you, and we'll see you in the next daily visit with God.